What it do? We are live. What up? What up? What up? I was going through my stuff for the 2019 scrapbook, and I wanted to just give a big shout out to everybody who sends thank you notes or sends cards to me just personally, just to be cool. I think a lot of times my deal is that the bottom 10%, you know, is portrayed that motivates me, and it does to a degree, but honestly, it's that top 10% people who will take time out of their day to make you feel like you're actually making a difference. It's not easy, man, to write somebody a handwritten note or send them an email. Spend your time, which is valuable, to let me know, what we're doing this for. So I wanted to make sure, one, to thank you guys for real, not one of these half-assed thank yous. There's been things where people sent me something and I didn't even know who sent it. If anybody's out there that I didn't send a personal thank you message or mention it on the show, I want to say thank you from me to you. Every single thing that anybody's ever sent me from them to me, I've kept. I've never thrown anything away. We've had things like Purple Heart sent here. We've had kids wear drag 'em shirts for school pictures. We've had people pour their hearts out to me via message or on paper. And I answer every one that I feel like I can help with. And I want y'all to know, those people that struggle, that you don't have a corner on the market on struggles. We all have struggles. People will put on Facebook the highlights of their life, not the crazy things that are happening in between those family pictures or whatnot. So don't feel alone. But mainly I want to say thank you, because I have all this stuff again from 2019. It's a lot. This is just part of it, but just letter after letter after letter. It just never stops. Kids. There's the Tillman Foundation, but thank yous and school pictures. Like I said, here's somebody who literally sent me $50. Rollins baseball, a pen. He asked for my autograph on a baseball. That was one of my favorites of all time. I think that's what y'all did for me personally, and really what I'm trying to thank you guys for is you actually made me think that I had some value. I guess that's probably a good way of putting it. A man that sends you $50 that I'll never spend until the day I die. I hope my children find this one day. I hope my sons find this and realize that some of the crazy antics that I was doing that may have embarrassed them or their mother at times was for stuff like this. So anyway, I wanted to show y'all all the stuff from 2019. How badass is that, dude? How badass. Look at the little dude. His dad on one side, the son on the other. But I want to show y'all what the finished product, what it looks like in 18. Like, this was 18, but my mother-in-law made this, and then of course it started with me and the store. It's got the history of the store and all that. That's cool and all, and it's great. I want my children to see this one day, and like the store from the beginning. But what was important, of course this was all important to me. It was all my story. Ric Flair, I forgot about him. Taiwan. These local guys, like everybody in that picture, Randy, Mark, Al, Nate, they're the ones who kind of got this off the ground. If it hadn't have been for them, y'all would have never met me. It's just the truth. So I owe them a lot. Was able to have articles done and just really just chase down the ultimate American dream. Like, if I never make another dollar again, if something happens to me, I'd rather live to be 42 and live this life than live to be 80 sitting around in my nursing home talking about some bullshit what ifs, man. And I urge you to do the same, man. If you have the balls You'll never regret it, even if you don't make it. The first time I failed, man, I didn't succeed the first time. I let my father down. Something that haunted me for a long time. But there's nothing better. There is nothing better than making that comeback and showing that your father, your friends, your in-laws, your family, that you have value. And this can be you too. If you want to open a card shop, I'm glad to help, man. As long as you don't come and try to just rip our customers out from underneath us, I'm here for you, man. If you think you got what it takes, grab your fucking Nikes and let's go. I need competitors. That's what motivates me too. So don't think I'm not going to try to help you, or I may not give you my entire recipe, but I'm going to give you enough that I had. These things that we have now, we've worked hard for them. It's not something that we just want to hand over, but it's some of this stuff that nobody would help me with when I did get started. I'd be glad to help. You can ask Johnny. He's opening a store out in Washington. I gave him quite a bit of my playbook. I'm selling him cards cheaper than anybody else would. Distributors are the big guys, because I think that's the way you should do it. But I wouldn't be able to do any of that if it wasn't for y'all buying our products and helping me get going. And I don't want to show you every page, but if you think the nation hadn't made a difference, just in my life, let alone St. Jude, let alone Pat Tillman, sometimes I think it's important to remember the message, not necessarily the words I say. God used a lot of strange characters to do some positive things, and I think that all of us, we may be strange in our own way, and that's okay. But you guys have made me feel like, even though I may have a lot of faults, that I do have some purpose. And like literally, like memorandums from the Army, dude. Like, come on. Soldier's Creed, come on. It's just the real deal, man. This is what time it is. This is what motivates me. It's not money. I don't give a shit about money. I'll put 2019 right here. We won't even have enough space. We'll need a new book. But I mainly wanted to say just thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you think, a decade ago I didn't even want to be here, and now I wouldn't go anywhere. You'd have to fucking literally drag me, kicking and screaming, anywhere but right here with the nation. So whatever y'all did, however it all came together, most of you guys were a part of it. And these letters and things, you'd be surprised. When I was having a bad moment, a letter would literally show up, a message in my Facebook. And it's just funny how that works. And I think everybody doesn't understand the value that they bring and what they can do for other people. It's not all about money. It's not all about buying packs. This isn't about baseball cards, man. We're not getting where I want to go if it's about baseball cards. So just buckle up, baby. 2020, we coming. We're going to show them one more time, the run back. Get ready. We're going to shine a lot of light this year. We'll shine more light this year than we did last year. And it's just getting started. So appreciate it. Got nothing but love for every one of y'all. It's all love. Holler at your boy. We'll see you. We'll probably see you tomorrow night. I may hop on and do something. Well, I went live today. I just went live. So I may go live a little bit later. But I want everybody, like a lot of these motivational speakers, something that's important to me. I want to always give you guys something when I go live, and I think this is it. A lot of these motivational speakers, they tell you what worked for them. And yeah, maybe that person can go to a yard sale and make some money and flip, but maybe you're not a yard sale flipper. My motivational message to you is, you be you. Don't worry about being anybody else. God gave you a gift. Use that gift, and I promise you, you will be rich, whether in money or not. You will find happiness if you will just have the courage to be who you are. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't listen to your professor that tells you should do X. Just because you're good at selling stuff doesn't mean you have to be a salesman. Just because you're good at basketball doesn't mean you need to hoop your whole life. It's what's important to you, man. So catch it. I'm telling y'all, we coming, baby. Catch y'all on the flip. Deuces. Holler.